up, everybody? It's your boy C-Money back with another video. And yes, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to upload it all last week. I went away again on vacation. I was gonna tell you guys, but I forgot. It just all kind of happened. So I'm sorry about that, but it's all good because I'm back now and we gotta talk about some stuff. Because last night, Monday Night Raw, we gotta talk about it. This is Raw reactions, but first I just want to do a little recap of last week of what I missed, because it was the fallout of SummerSlam and everything, so I just want to go over that stuff real quick. So like we had last week on Raw, fallout of SummerSlam, Randy Orton challenged Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Pretty much invoking like the rematch that he deserves, because when he lost to Gunther at King of the Ring, his shoulder wasn't really down. So they're gonna fight for the world title at Bash in Berlin. Bronson Reed just destroyed Seth Rollins. Like, oh god, yeah, we'll talk about that later, because he does something like that again. Finn Balor has this new Judgment Day, leaving Priest and Rhea all alone. And then we had the second week of NXT Great American Bash. Ethan Page retained the NXT title. Joe Hendry defeated Joe Coffey. Wesley turned his back on the Rascals. Like, what? Oh god, it was crazy. And then SmackDown, Roman Reigns returned to SmackDown, just destroyed Tama Tonga, destroyed Tonga Loa, and he was about to take the Ula Fala back from Solo, but they were able to attack him, and Solo was able to take it back. But Roman, though, just dominated Tama and Tonga. And it was no Jacob Fatu, because he got hurt. He injured his foot at SummerSlam, so hopefully he's not out for a long time, but yeah, so Roman just completely dominated them, and he's going to be on SmackDown again this week, so hopefully we actually get to hear him say something. And then it's official that it's going to be Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed Championship at Bash in Berlin, because Cody said how he wants to face Kevin, so that's going to happen as well. Yeah, so hey, it was a pretty good week. Again, I'm sorry again, I went away on vacation, so I couldn't upload, but it's all good because I'm back now. We're back on track, so let's talk about Raw this week, last night. So, it opened up with Rhea Ripley coming out, and she was talking, how everything that happened at SummerSlam, and she's just so pissed off, and she wants to get her revenge on both Dom and Liv, and then Dom and Liv are in the crowd, and they're just taunting Rhea and everything. Dom is such a man-child, bro. He's like, you never treated me like a man. Liv treats me like the man. Like, you made me call you mommy. She calls me her daddy. So, okay, just weird. And then he goes, he's such a man-child, right? Because he goes, she gives me tendies whenever I want them. Chicken tenders. She lets me play video games whenever I want. Like, you're such a man-child, bro. Oh, and then, Liv saying how she took everything from Rhea. She took the Judgment Day. She took her man. She took the Women's World Championship. But again, like, if I was Rhea, I'd be like, Dom, because Dom, you talk about being a man, right? As far as I'm concerned, Rhea is the one who gave you a set of balls. Like, I'm just saying, Rhea's the one who kind of made Dominic into that man. If it wasn't for Rhea, Dominic wouldn't be the man that he claims to be today. So, just saying, Dom. And then what ends up happening is that Priest ends up behind them in the crowd, and they ambush them and they attack them. Priest is going after Dom. Rhea's going after Liv. They chase like in the crowd, and then they chase back to the ring. Then Carlito comes out to try to help out Dom, because him and Priest end up have a match scheduled, so they have their match. Priest picks up Priest picks up the victory, and then JD comes out, attacks him, Finn comes out and attacks him, and then another brawl happens, but then Rhea comes out again to help. Rhea hits Carlito right in the balls. They take out JD, Finn's able to get away, and again, it's 5-on-2. And Damian and Rhea are just cleaning house. Damian and Rhea stand tall. He hits JD with a South of Heaven. And then Dom tries to do a sneak attack. Priest catches him. And then Rhea tries to hit the Riptide on him, but Liv saves him. And they skedaddle away. And yeah, it's 5-on-2. Finn, Carlito, JD, Liv, and Dom. Rhea and Priest. It's 5-on-2. And the two, Damian and Rhea, have, because this is the second week in a row, have chased off Finn Balor's new Judgment Day. Like, so, it's 5-on-2, and they're kicking your butt, Finn. Come on, like, oh gosh. And then it ends up it's going to be Dom and Liv versus Damian and Rhea in a mixed tag match at Bash in Berlin. So that's going to be good. The Wyatt Six also, I forgot to mention, the Wyatt Six had their debut in-ring action last week, defeating Chad Gable and the Creed brothers. So that was cool because last week Raw was in Baltimore, and Baltimore is where like Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family made their debut back in 2013. I'm pretty sure, yeah. So it all kind of came full circle. It all came full circle. So that's awesome. And they're saying how the work's not done though. They must continue. Odysseus Jones finally debuted last week. If you don't know who that is, he was in NXT for a little while, and then he got called up to Raw in the draft last year. But ever since he got drafted last year, we haven't seen him at all. Like, he got drafted to Raw, but we haven't seen him. Now, finally, like a year later, he finally shows up, and he helps the New Day fight off the Final Testament. But the thing about this, though, is that Xavier does it because you know how Karen Cross has been trying to drive her wedge between Kofi and Xavier. But, Xavier, like, he doesn't know how he feels because it was kind of Kofi's idea to bring Odysseus in to the New Day. Xavier really had no idea. So he's kind of not sure about this whole thing. So you can see that almost tension between Kofi and Xavier. Odysseus Jones defeats some random jobber, and then they make a 6-man tag match between them and the Final Testament. The Creed brothers defeated Alpha Academy in a Texas Tornado tag team match, which was a very good match. Ivy Nile, because she's a friend of the Creed brothers, attacked Maxine Dupree at ringside, distracting Alpha Academy. And now their team is complete because Ivy Nile and Maxine were friends, but since Maxine decided to stay with the Creed brother, Maxine decided to stay with Alpha Academy, and Ivy Nile's with the Creed brothers and Chad Gable. She tried to warn her like, yeah, come on, join us, leave them, and Maxine said no. So she's like, all right, and then she basically said like, all right, you asked for it, because then she attacked her at ringside. So yeah, so their friendship is over. And Ivy Nile officially joins Chad Gable and the Creed brothers, which their new name is American Made. So that's their faction name, American Made. Ivy Nile, the Creed brothers, and Chad Gable just leave Alpha Academy laying. And then Damage Control took on the pure, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Sonya Deville, Zoe Stark, and Shayna Baszler. The Pure Fusion Connection, I think. I don't know. Pure Fusion something. It's a C. Yeah, I forget. I just, oh gosh, I really can't stand them. I'm sorry. I just can't stand Sonya Deville. She's just annoying. Like, she talks so much trash, bro. It's just so annoying. I'm sorry. And it's a number 1 contenders match for the tag team championships, for the women's tag team championships. But Alba Fire and Isla Dawn get involved because they accidentally got attacked at ringside. Alba Fire got super kicked by accident, so they ended up interfering in the match, causing a disqualification. That sets up a triple threat next week. Pete Dunne attacked Sheamus again backstage, had a shillelagh, and bashed his hand with the shillelagh. Oh, God. And they broke his hand. That sets up a match, finally, between them next week. And then Randy Orton and Gunther have a stare down. Gunther said how Randy Orton, like, wasted all the potential that he had, and Randy Orton's talking about, I think I did going over his career and stuff, and he's like, I think I did pretty freaking good for myself. And then, you know, Gunther called Randy Orton's grandfather and father, failure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what he said, a failure, yeah. He called his grandfather and his father a failure. And then he called Randy the biggest failure of them all. Randy got annoyed. Drew McIntyre ends up coming out because he was all mad that, you know, Randy gets a shot at the world title when he's on SmackDown and stuff. And so, well, what the heck? Drew comes out. He walks down to the ring. Gunther turns his back. Randy Orton drills Gunther with an RKO. And then McIntyre looks like he's about to attack Randy. CM Punk shows up from out of nowhere, who we didn't know was here because what we were told is that he had travel issues. Yeah, but no, he was there. He attacked Drew. Drew tried to whip him with his belt, but Punk took the belt and started whipping Drew with his own belt. So, does that mean we could possibly see a strap? I heard, like, we might see a strap match between them, then maybe at Bash in Berlin or something, Bad Blood. Because, yeah, we know this rivalry is far from over. So we're going to see another match, definitely. And then, how I talked about last week, Big Bronson Reed just laid out Seth Rollins. He hit 6 tsunamis. 6. And they had this new segment called Raw Physics, and they went over like how, like what, it was like 10,000 pounds of humanity was going on a Seth because it was force equals mass times acceleration. It was a physics thing, yeah. And he's like 350 pounds, and he was jumping off the top rope. That was like 1,700 pounds. You times that by 6, and you get like 10,000. It's like a whole thing. Yeah, it's pretty funny. But yeah, he wouldn't stop. Seth suffered like internal bleeding. Like, he's gonna be out for a while. So as we heard, he's gonna be out for a while. And then what happens is he gets a matchup with The Miz. He defeats The Miz. And then he tries to go for like multiple tsunamis on The Miz. R-Truth tries to help out The Miz, but R-Truth just ends up getting laid out. And R-Truth ends up getting hit with like, I'm pretty sure it was like 6. It was same thing as Seth Rollins, either 6 or 7. 6 or 7 tsunamis on R-Truth. Like, oh my god, he wouldn't stop. Bronson Reed's out of control, man. He would not stop. Just, oh god, just laying out R-Truth. Just like he laid out Seth Rollins last week. Yeah. Bronson Reed's out of control. It was 5 tsunamis. Okay, 5. It was 5 or 6, yeah. 5 tsunamis on R-Truth, man. Like, oh god, he wouldn't stop. He would not stop. Oh god, someone stop Bronson Reed, bro. And then in the main event, we had Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. 2 out of 3 falls. Another good match. Sami got the first fall. Breaker got the second fall. And then Breaker ended up getting the third fall with a spear out of midair to Sami Zayn. 1, 2, 3. Braun Breaker retains the Intercontinental Championship. And yeah, another great episode of Monday Night Raw, guys. Yeah. Oh gosh, it was great. Hold on, I didn't forget anything. Yeah, no. So hey, another good episode of Monday Night Raw. I'm trying to think if there was anything. And yeah, no, I was thinking because since Ilya Dragunov has history with Braun Breaker and everything, my guess is we're gonna see Breaker and Dragunov for the Intercontinental Championship at Bash in Berlin because it's gonna be in Dragunov's home country of Germany. So I think that's going to be good. I think they're going to start building up to that now that Breaker's done with Sami. I think Dragunov's going to step in and they're going to have a match at Bash in Berlin. But yeah, as I said, another good episode of Monday Night Raw. I thank you guys for watching my Raw reactions. Stay tuned for NXT reactions tomorrow. And again, I love all you guys. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe for more, and C Money is out.